Hey everyone, Desiree here, and I got a question about how I'm using my Erin Condren Petite journal, the goal setting journal, I think it's called. Yes, the goal setting journal. So I thought I would do a video showing you guys how I have this set up and how I'm using it, at least how I've got it set up so far. I mean, obviously it could change, but I wanted to kind of show you guys how I think it could work for me. You know, of course, you're going to probably have to do some trial and error and figure out how this is going to work best for you. But if you kind of wanted to see how someone else is doing it, well, here you go. So I have done a couple videos showing how I have this set up as my everyday carry. These are the Erin Condren, I think they're called Petite journals, and then I have the goal setting journal in the front. So I actually have been working on this for a couple days. As you can see, I've added a little bit of stickers here just to kind of make it more my own. And then I did follow the prompts that she gives you in the beginning. Now this is just some very general and basic information. Obviously, there's a lot of ways to do goal setting, and this may or may not work for you. But if you've never done any type of goal setting before, this may be a very good place for you to start. So what I did is I listed my values here. And as you can see, I put my health, time with my son Caden, self-care, financial security, and that feeling of freedom, or at least having more choices. Then she talks about creating space in your life because excuse me, if you are creating new goals or trying to do something different, then obviously you're going to have to let go of some things so you can bring in some new things. So I checked off here, I want to create more space in these areas. Okay, if you hear my washer going in the background, I apologize. But so I just jotted down some ideas here. You know, less computer time in the evenings, schedule and follow through with an action plan. Be okay with small steps. Do something every day. Be willing to be uncomfortable and focus on the results. A lot of times I know I get distracted because I don't like doing the day-to-day work instead of focusing on what it is I want, the goal, the result. And I really need to work on my follow through. I actually talked about that on an Instagram live this past week. And then another big one for me is being willing to be uncomfortable, because a lot of times if I don't feel like doing something, or if I feel, I guess, you know, if you just feel the uncomfort of change or doing something different, then I know for me, I tend to not do it. So that's something I'm going to be working on in 2019. And as you can see, I didn't do everything on here. I just kind of did the sections that I felt were most relevant to me. Now she gives you space for a vision board. I haven't done that yet. But as you can see here at the top, I kind of marked off some goals that I'm working on, and I won't go through everything, but I just wanted to give you an idea. I think she gives you room for 6 goals in this book, which I think is good enough if you are, you know, just getting started and you're trying not to overwhelm yourself. So my first goal is all about health, and to improve my health, to lose weight, to exercise, eat better, and reduce stress. Now I don't really have, I mean, obviously my health could be better, but I don't really have like any significant or major health challenges that I'm working on. I just want to level up in that area of my life. And then she talks about, or she asks you, why is it important? And I put, being in control of my health improves every other area in my life. Now I've actually already started this. I started this on December 17th. And then if you read kind of back here, she says to kind of set like a 3-month timeline. So my projected finish date would be March 17th. But of course, I believe health is an ongoing thing. So it's not like, you know, in March, all of a sudden this is going to be done. It's just going to be, I'm trying to establish some new and better habits. So down here, she has an action plan, which the way I wrote it out is I just kind of wrote out some bullet points. So as you can see, I have no sugar, no flour, which is something I'm trying to work on. Weekly fasting, drinking a gallon of water daily, and so forth. Exercise, focus on the goal. And then I wrote myself a little note here, just take it one day at a time, because I have a tendency to get overwhelmed very easily, especially when I'm trying to make change. Then on this side, she has boxes for small steps. So what I did is I tried to think about some ways I can do this, immediately, something that's, I can take action on now. And I came up with a couple of things that don't cost me any money. It's just literally taking action. So my first small step is to do a 24-hour fast at least every Monday, and to use my fasting app. I have talked about how I do fasting and OMAD, which is 1 meal a day, in other videos. If you're interested in me going into more detail about that, let me know and I would be more than happy to. Another small step is to clear out the fridge and the pantry so I have no temptations. And then I'm probably going to come up with a few more things here. I just kind of have to think about what I can do and where I'm at right now. And then after you come up with the small steps, you're going to go to your goal check-in. So what I did here, I put 12/23, which is going to be the end of the week Sunday today. Did I do at least one 24-hour fast this week? Yes, I did. And do I have my 24-hour fast planned for next week? I haven't decided what day I'm going to do that. And then my to-dos: drink more water, no sugar, no flour, and exercise. Now, I did do exercise one day, but obviously that's not the goal. So I need to work on that some more coming up in the following week. And then I'm going to check in with myself here. This is going to be for next Sunday, 12:30, and then I'm going to check off, did I do a 24-hour fast? And then I'm going to put my list here of things that I want to do. And that's basically it. And then you get a few pages here for the goal check-in. And then I'm going into my second goal, which is my declutter and organize and deep clean my home. This has been an ongoing challenge for me as well, because as you all know, I work full-time, single mom, and it's really hard to, at least it has been for me, to get on a cleaning routine or some type of a cleaning schedule. I'm really hoping to change that big time in this coming year. Why is this important? A clutter-free, clean, and organized home makes me feel good. It has a positive effect on every area of my life. Again, I started this on December 17th, and I gave myself 6 months for this because I have a 3-bedroom house and a lot of stuff. So I think it's going to take me at least that long to at least get to the point where I have an established cleaning and decluttering routine, and I get my house the way I want it. So the action plan for this one is start with getting rid of stuff, weekly donations, and I'm going to start in my bedroom first. And then again, you're going to go over here to your small step. I have take over an overview of my room and where to start. Now, I've already started on this, my dresser and my nightstand, because those were, at least I felt, the least overwhelming areas. And I felt that I can work on those areas, for like an hour and feel accomplished. And so I decided to start there because I knew it would make a difference, and then it would motivate me to keep going. So, and then here we are for the Sunday check-in. Now, I'm not using this, exactly, how she has it laid out. I'm doing it in a way that works for me and makes sense to me. So every Sunday, I'm going to check in with myself, and I'm going to write down, this is how did I declutter this week? And then I'm going to fill in, obviously, I worked in my room, decluttered my dresser and my nightstand. And then I have my list of things I want to do here, and then I'm going to do that for every week. So we're already at 10 minutes. I don't want this video to be too long, but I think you guys kind of get the gist of how I'm using this. I really like that this is small enough, and I have it with my, with my day-to-day planner, because what I'm finding is that I really like to flip back and look at my goals and then actually take the time to, write in the steps, on my day. And then also plan ahead too. Like I can plan, next week I'm going to do this, or on the weekend I'm going to do that. So I really like having all of this together. It's working out really well for me. And, again, it is kind of big and heavy for an everyday carry, but I think I'm just going to, I'm going to make it work, because I'm liking how it's working out so far, and I'm liking how it feels just mentally. And I feel like, I don't want to say planner peace just yet, but I do feel I found something that works and that just feels right. And I hope that makes sense. But anyway, so I hope this answers the question and shows you guys one way on how you can use the Erin Condren goal setting journal. I also kept this little, flyer that comes with this, that kind of tells you how to use this journal. But of course, you can always make it your own and figure out what works for you and what doesn't. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop those down in the comments below. If you're not subscribed, please make sure you do so, because I do have a lot more videos to come. All right, everyone, thank you so much for taking the time to watch. I'll definitely see you in the next video. Bye.